So we're here at my uncle's house in Kamuli, which is about 2 to 4 hours depending on how fast you drive from Kampala, the capital city. So it's good to finally be back here over 21 years since I've been home. One of the cool things of this world tour is we really get a chance to go on the ground and see how each country, each city embraces blockchain and crypto.
We're finally here in the motherland.
I'm American, but I was born in Uganda, right? So I'm Ugandan American, so I have two homes basically. And I went to Uganda for the first time in over 21 years. And it was my homecoming. It was the first time in a long time I really felt at home.
I'm from Lusoga. My dad is from Uganda. My mom is from Kamuli. I went to school in Aga Khan. To me, it was always about freedom, being able to do what you want, when you want, anywhere you want. Now I've done my 40th country, and that comes from just me having the time to really do what I want when I want. That's why I'm here in Uganda. I mean, because I know this is going to be a global movement, right? And that's why we have a global outlook.
What few conversations that you've had from your brothers and sisters within the room here, what opportunities do you think are within for the Ugandans?
Imagine being involved in the internet in the 1990s, like early 1990s when Microsoft and Amazon were still small companies. I mean, Africa is next. I mean, that's why you see Binance, the biggest exchange in the world. The first fiat to crypto exchange was here in Uganda. Not in Asia, not Malta, Uganda. Definitely lots of growth and potential coming up for Uganda.
Welcome to Kamuli. It's nice meeting you. And we are really very happy to see our part of our family after 20 years.
Here in Kamuli, Uganda. This is where my mom was born before she went to the capital. This is my uncle's house. He's giving us a tour of all the cows, the plants, and everything.
You remember this?
I've been traveling so many different places around the world, over 30 countries this year on our world tour. But it was the first time I really felt at home. And I forgot what that feeling felt like. Because when you travel a lot, you feel like everywhere is home. Right? Because everywhere you go, you have crypto family, and it's amazing. And even America's amazing. But it was the first time when I went to my uncle's place in his village, and I was there with him having the traditional Ugandan food and speaking our language and understanding everything, seeing my cousins who I didn't even know I had, who was 16 years old, who were nephews, siblings. And I was like, wow, this is really home, and I've come so far, and I feel like there was any small slip up and I would not be where I was. I had so much opportunity. This is one of the reasons I love traveling, because when you travel, you meet so many different people, even traveling back to your home roots, to your parents' ancestry, where they lived, where they grew up, right? So somebody was asking me in Kenya, hey Ian, how did you make it where you are so fast?
So I was watching some of your videos on Instagram, like the quick videos from Uganda, and it seemed like the place where you grew up was very modest, very poor area. So how did you manage to go from that area to work at IBM in the United States and all that?
Right. Well, actually, I didn't grow up there, but so that was my uncle's house in the village. That's where my mom and my dad grew up, in that same neighborhood, right? And the only way out from those places, well, not the only way, but the most consistent, best way out has always been education. My dad has been my motivation. He was always the valedictorian in his class, meaning the best student, getting straight A's, acing his class, being top % in his class, and he got scholarship to go to the capital city in Makerere University, right? So that was his way out of the village to the capital city, right? Was education. You graduate, get good grades, you find work there, and maybe you applied for grad school abroad, whether in the UK, in Europe, or America, and you definitely have to have a scholarship. Education has always been the way out, right? That's why, for me, I love education. That's why I make content on cryptocurrency and blockchain for free, because I'm trying to empower others, knowing that education can change their lives, right? That's why we're here, traveling the world. We're here in Africa, just trying to educate.
I mean, sure, there are other opportunities like the lottery or whatever, but education was the most consistent way out My parents were always very educational, always stressing education. My dad has a PhD. Both my parents are professors, right? So I came from a very strict family and upbringing, and they always growed education. And to me, I was like, yeah, whatever, get good grades, go to school, get a good job. But after going back and seeing their roots, now I really understand it, because if it wasn't for education, my dad would still be out there in the village.
And then the people who made me possible are here with me as well. My family, my parents. My dad, Dr. Charles Balina, over here. So stand up, you understand? And then my mother, Victoria Balina.
If you have that hunger, if you have that drive, if you're willing to put in that effort, those blood, sweat, and tears to come out from wherever you are, I want to make sure I give you that education. This is a way to evangelize crypto with this world tour, and educate, right? More importantly, it's educating people, right? And I think it's not just about me educating, right? That's why I always like to have other people with other opinions, other voices to share different ways of viewing things from each country we go to.
I think the real value from these conferences or these meetups is being here with people in your local community also in the same space like you, like in blockchain, right? And I know Uganda is doing so many big things in blockchain.
And to me, it was just more about giving back, teaching people how to fish as opposed to handing them a fish, right? Because I knew to really help the disadvantaged people out there in the world, and also in Africa and Uganda, they have to have the education. I think that's first and foremost, having the education out there. And I think if that's made free, then more people have a bigger opportunity to succeed. I want to make sure, whatever reason you guys came here for, if you have any question on crypto or blockchain, hopefully we can get it answered by the time we leave here today. It's just a beautiful thing, seeing my people, right, coming back as the made man, making them proud, and now just getting even more inspired to now go back and just try to change the world, and just try to come back and help my country and my tribe.
Pearl of Africa.
How does that sound? All right, thank you, Cape Town.